Hi guys, Amy here, also known as Hidden Treasure Picker here on YouTube. In case you're new to my channel, I'm an online reseller. I sell mainly on eBay, and I also sell a little bit on Poshmark and Mercari as well. Today I'm going to do another What Sold video for you. This one is going to be 10 different sales that we made between September 2nd and September 8th. As I stated in my last video, we are a little bit behind. I hadn't done a video in a while. Some crazy things happened in life that were unexpected and just got in the way. But I am trying to get caught up as quickly as possible by trying to put out some more frequent videos right now for you so that we can get caught back up to where we are. But I still wanted to let you guys know what has sold in the last several weeks as well. So we are going to be doing those 10 sales from September 2nd through the 8th today, and I should have another video out for you soon that probably will go over 2 weeks, because the week of September 9th through 15th was actually an extremely slow week for us. I'm not really sure why. It might have something to do with the fact of, again, the crazy stuff that was happening. I may not have been able to list as much as I normally do, so on and so forth. So that was a really slow week. So what I think I'm going to do is combine the September 9th through 15th with the September 16th through the 22nd. So the next video that I do will probably be between September 9th and September 22nd. But for now, let's go ahead and get into these sales that we got between September 2nd and the 8th. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into these sales. As usual, I'll put the comp up here on the screen so that you can see what it did sell for, what the item looked like, and everything like that. First up, we have these Mizuno women's volleyball shoes. We got these for only $1 at a garage sale, and they ended up selling on eBay for $24.48. Next, we have this Polo Ralph Lauren hat. This I bought for $1 at a garage sale, and it sold for $25. Next up are these Crocs clogs. Paid about $2.02 for these at the bins, and they sold on eBay for $24.97. If you're new to my channel or you haven't heard other people talk about the bins before, it's also called the Goodwill outlet. And essentially, it's where you pay for everything by the pound instead of paying for each item individually. So it a lot of times makes things cheaper to purchase in this way. All right, next up are these Timberland men's clogs. Paid about $5.33 for these at our local thrift store, and they ended up selling on eBay for $27. Next are these Ariat work boots. Paid about $8.43 for these at the bins, but they did end up selling on eBay for $55. So that's the thing. Obviously, when you buy things that are heavier at the bins, they are going to cost a little bit more. But a lot of times, so boots a lot of times are going to cost more. But boots usually, especially depending on the brand, like something like this, like Ariat, I know is going to sell for a higher amount anyway. So I'm okay paying that $8 for them at the bins. I mean, there's chances that a lot of times if I found these at like a regular Goodwill or a thrift store, they might have been even more expensive than that. Thrift stores tend to mark these kind of things up a lot of times. So I actually still probably did save money by finding these at the bins, even though that sounds like kind of a high buy cost. A lot of times, thrift stores might have had these marked at $10, $15, $20 even. Sometimes they really go crazy with marking things up, and a lot of times, especially like boots and things like that. So paying $8.43, even though that sounds high, really isn't that bad. And again, to then sell them for $55, that's still a really good profit. All right, next is this North Face women's jacket. Paid $4 for this at a garage sale, and it sold on eBay for $20. Unfortunately, the buyer received this and decided they just didn't like it, and so they did return it. So, that's another thing. Sometimes these things do happen with eBay. returns are just a thing you have to deal with if you want to sell on eBay. There's not really any way around it. A lot of people say, don't accept returns. Here's the problem on eBay. eBay is basically going to make you accept returns regardless of whether you choose to accept returns or not. Because what a buyer can do is basically go around the system. They know how to work the system. And instead of saying, hey, I want to return this because I just didn't like it, like this person did, they could have just opened up a return and said, oh, the item wasn't as described. And then eBay would make you, as the seller, take the return anyway. But then, not only that, you're then going to have to refund their, original price of the item. Plus, you're going to have to refund their original shipping and their return shipping. So when buyers try to basically go around the system, or work the system, or whatever you want to call it, to make sure they can still get a refund when they know you don't accept refunds, they can just choose item not as described. And you're actually going to be out even more money than you would be in this situation where this person said, hey, I just didn't like this item. I just want to return it. The only thing I had to refund them was their original purchase price. I did not refund their original shipping. I did not have to be responsible for their return shipping. So they're out shipping both ways. To me, I kind of don't understand, honestly, why it's even worth it to buyers to return things in situations like that. Sometimes it just seems silly to me because I feel like, okay, so you're out the shipping money to ship to you, and now you're spending more money to ship it back to me. Is it really worth it? Especially, in lower priced items. This was a $20 jacket. That might have been kind of like on the fence. But sometimes, there's people that'll return something that was $10 or $15. And it's like, I feel like you probably spent more than that at this point in the original shipping and the return shipping. I don't know. I don't understand people's reasoning for that. I think at that point, it'd be better just to keep it anyway, or to resell it yourself or something like that. But hey, it is what it is. Again, it kind of sucks when you have to refund somebody $20, but that's better than having to have refunded them that 20 plus shipping both ways. And also, now I can just relist it now and hopefully eventually sell it again. So, that's just part of doing business on eBay. All right, next up is a video game. This is a Toy Story Racer PlayStation 1 video game. I got this for about 73 cents at a garage sale. I kind of made a bundle deal. They had a whole bunch of PS1 and PS2 games, and I bought all of them for, I don't even remember how much it was, but basically the bundle worked its way down to, I basically paid 73 cents per game. So essentially I only paid about 73 cents for this game, and it sold on eBay for $19.97. So obviously that's a really good sale. That's a really good profit margin for that. And I've sold some of the other games that I bought in this lot already. Some of them are still listed. They'll sell eventually. Sometimes things like that just take a little bit of time. But bundling at garage sales a lot of times works in your favor because you can bring your buy cost down even further. All right, and the last eBay sale that I want to go over are these Birkenstock Berkeys Mary Jane. Paid about $4.50 for these at Goodwill, and they sold for $45. So again, awesome flip. Now I just want to go over one Poshmark sale and one Mercari sale. The Mercari sale is absolutely amazing, so don't go anywhere. So on Poshmark, we sold these Ultra women's sneakers. These we paid about $7.23 for at Goodwill, and they sold on Poshmark for $50. So that's also a really good flip. Ultra is a good brand to be on the lookout for. It's one that I haven't known about for extremely long. It seems like a newer one to me anyway, and I think I've only found it like this once. I think this is the only pair of Ultra that I have found. But it is one that I'm always keeping my eye out for, since I do know about it now, and it's just harder to find apparently in my area because I haven't seen it a whole lot. And finally, this awesome Mercari sale. It was a authentic Gucci messenger bag. paid only $1.59 for this at the bins. And it sold on Mercari for $160. So again, the power of the bins. Was able to find this for $1.59 and sell it for $160. That is amazing and was definitely the sale of the week. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know how else to get you guys to know that the bins are an awesome place to shop and source. It's not for everybody, though. I understand that. A lot of people would not like the bins. They get very crowded a lot of times. There are a lot of people. The people that shop at the bins can be a little crazy, pushing and shoving and running, and it's a lot sometimes. So I know it can be a bit much for people. It can be a bit much for me. Honestly, I'm an introvert, and I have, at least to some degree, social anxiety. So I don't like to be around all those people and don't like that kind of thing. But to me, it's worth it for the potential profits that I can make. And I mainly usually do source shoes at the bins. Every once in a while, I do find other things. And this was one of those days that I found this awesome Gucci bag. And I was like, wow, because I knew, you got to be careful with things too, because you want to make sure you're not selling something fake. So you have to make sure it's real. So I did my own research to basically authenticate this and make sure it was real before I listed it and everything like that. But again, when you can find something like this, $1.59 into $160, I mean, that is just mind blowing. And I wish everything was that cheap and could sell for that much, but it's not. Most of these things, as you saw, were more bread and butter type of items. This was the big home run of the week. So there you go. All right, guys, if you like this video, please give it a like. It helps the video and it helps my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, comment down below. I'll do my best to answer anything anybody asks or comments on. And please subscribe to my channel as well. That also helps the channel, and it also helps you to be able to see when I post new videos. Like I said, I'm going to have a new one coming out soon with those sales between September 9th and the 22nd. So that'll be about, I think there's about 15 sales coming in that video. So make sure that you subscribe. That way you see when that video comes out, because it should be coming very soon. All right, guys, I guess that's it for today. So until next time, keep on hunting for that hidden treasure.